At what point do clutch packs become a concern when tuning the B9.4? I do think we don't have a lot of data points on the manual. There's not a lot of them out there.
Or clutch packs. He's a
Oh,
DL32.
clutch packs.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, as far as DSG, they don't.
Yeah, we haven't seen any
There's no
issues. We're not getting into any kind of slip at this point.
Yeah, sorry about that. I thought
Yeah.
we were talking manual. Wasn't there another question about manual?
No.
Oh, okay. I just glanced at it and misread it. Yeah, no, we're pretty sure that those clutch packs stock with the right TCU tuning, with the right clamping force, can hold 500.
Yeah, we're not too worried about those right now.
Yeah, so definitely not an issue. Nothing to think about. Now, with that said, there are companies out there that push upgraded clutch packs, kind of like how manual transmission clutch companies used to push upgraded clutches. DSG clutch packs and manual transmission clutches are not the same. And applying this kind of snake oil idea from legitimate manual transmission clutch disc material to the DSG, it's just not accurate, because the DSG clutches for the most part are wet, they're in oil, and they don't see the same kind of thermal load or issues that a manual transmission clutch would, being just a spinning disc in air between two steel surfaces. So if there's companies out there selling these clutch packs, I can pretty much assure you it's BS, and they're kind of pushing a product that's absolutely not needed, because the DSG transmission's ability to hold torque and power is virtually dictated by how it's programmed. It has adjustable clamping force. And so, if you had a manual transmission with a pressure plate that had adjustable hydraulic clamping force, the need for different clutch disc materials and manual transmissions would reduce tremendously, because a lot of times in a manual transmission you have a certain amount of clamping force, which is dictated by the spring diaphragm, and you don't have ability to add more clamping force. So sometimes your only way to get more holding power is to use a friction material that has a higher coefficient of friction. So now you get into splitting hairs over the coefficient of friction. Organic material is very low coefficient of friction and low thermal thermal load. And then you can move to something like a Kevlar or ceramic or these other kind of hybrid compounds, even sintered iron, which can hold a lot of heat and has a really high level of friction. And you need all that because you don't have adjustable clamping force. But in a DSG transmission, it's this amazing thing where you can just type on the keyboard, if you know what you're doing, and you can double or triple the clamping force on the factory clutch packs. So because of that, you just don't need all these exotic materials.
And only when needed. That's the other thing too.
Yeah.
You don't have all this extra resistance or load or wear and tear on anything. It's only in those rare, but the small times that you're going to need that.
It's just hydraulic pressure, and you can raise or lower it whenever you want. Electronically controlled.
Yep.
So that's what's from an engineering standpoint, that's the real revelation of the DSG transmission, and we get a lot of that with the ZF transmissions as well. Is they're fully programmable transmissions, and we can program them electronically to serve different purposes and different performance needs. You can't do that with a manual transmission.
and not, I would say most calibrations out there don't do that. That's why you see these aftermarket hard parts that are trying to solve a problem that doesn't need to be solved.
Yeah, and if you have a improperly engineered TCU tune that doesn't increase clamping force properly, you may need to resort to other disc compounds. But that's why I just spent 5 minutes talking about this, to clear up any misconceptions about that.